everyone. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but we'll find out. I don't even know whether there's background audio on this because of me changing it up a little bit. I'm just going to try and see if it just defaults here and see what we get. Okay, wow, I don't think we're even getting audio. That's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to start now. I'm just going to start. I don't think it's set up properly. That's just great. Just audio check for everybody in chat. How we doing? Let's actually see if plugging in the headset works. This would be really stupid if this works, primarily because the audio is going through my headset and not through the speakers. Oh wow, yep. So apparently that's a stupid problem with OBS at the moment. Okay. So we're good. Let's get on with this. That point where I've got random PlayStation music in the background. So, yeah, welcome back everybody. So what are we doing? Well, I wanted to do another project, so we're going ahead and trying the entry grade because it was really cheap, and we'll be painting it up and then trying to put graphite over the top of it to get a metallic finish. So, let's see how this goes. I've not actually tried anything to low, high grade or SD, so let's see how this goes and how well it goes together, because I imagine putting this out is going to be really easy. Because there's only 4 runners. And I'm not going to be doing any panel lines on it. It's literally just going to be cutting out and getting everything ready, so fun stuff. That mold with the bag won't rip, so we'll just help it along there with the nippers. It's fine, no big deal. Okay. So the 4 runners we have. Never seen anything with this little amount of runners before. So we've got the stuff like the beam rifle, the shield, the torso, everything else that isn't the white parts basically on a couple of runners, and then the white ones specifically for the white. It's really weird. It sounds stupid, but the white portions are for the white sections of the suit, and then everything else is split up. Neat color separation there. Let's get into this. Hopefully this should just be an easy project to work on. It says normally you can finish this thing in like 30 minutes or something, but obviously with me painting it up as well, it might take a little while. It also might be another couple of videos, primarily just because of me putting the graphite finish on this. But yeah, the idea for this is I'm trying to get it to look a little bit more metallic, so we apply the graphite and hopefully it should look nice and metallic, just how I want. Let's see here, let's get that bit of the shield. I should really resort to bagging these rather than just cutting them out and putting them in the box. What we'll do is we'll get the colour stuff done real fast, and then we'll consider bagging stuff. Or actually, no, let's not break tradition here. Let's grab the bags. We'll start bagging stuff up and working on it, because otherwise I'm gonna get too far ahead and then everything's just gonna go terrible. So we got the yellow here for the tower shield. Let's just file that down a little bit. The good thing is, because this is an experimental kit, it wasn't that expensive to get hold of. Like, I didn't want to spend too much money on something that may go absolutely terrible, so it could be interesting to see how the finish comes out. Alright, so let's part the shield. Keep that to the side there for the moment. We'll get the other part of the shield, and then the white section for the back. And then we'll throw all these together and put them in the baggie. Oh wow. Way to go, Dave. I just butchered the plastic on that then. I didn't expect it to come off like butter there, but... Okay, so we've just completely butchered top portion of the shield there. I have to sand it down now. Wow. Doing really good here so far. 5 minutes in and we butchered it. Way to go. Maybe I can recover from this. Because the idea is to try and get a smooth finish on this, and then I can apply the gloss black and then the graphite over the top. And I imagine any imperfections are going to show through pretty easily. Okay, I managed to recover that. That just looks like a nub mark now that's gone terribly wrong, rather than me gouging at the plastic. Didn't actually realize it would be that easy to accomplish something like that. Hey Ginger, how you doing? How's the audio? Nice to see you again on stream, by the way. I'm good at the moment. This is kind of a test to see how my hands are doing on recovery, and also because I want to enjoy myself. Don't know why I'm using the white part of the file there. How are we doing? Hope my audio is fine here. Kind of just threw this up and went, let's have some fun, so hopefully the audio is okay. When I don't check it, I just get absolutely paranoid, so fun stuff. It means that I'm kind of left here wondering whether I'm actually talking to myself or not. So there we go, there's the white bit at the back. Audio seems good. Just doing my dailies in GBO2. Ooh, nice. Good to hear from you again. Hope your dailies are going well. Like, I want to try and pop on as much as I can, but I don't want to ruin my hands, especially after doing something like this. So it's probably going to be the case of doing this for a little bit and then taking a break for the rest of the evening. Because I feel like my hands might slowly be getting better. Like the other day I managed to play, what was it, about 2 hours worth of Halo, and then 1 hour and 20 of GBO, so that's not too bad. There we go. Work those fingers, boys, is proof. So yeah, I can't wait to see how this finish comes out. So it's not exactly a speed build. If I was going crazy for speed build, that would be fun. Should have actually done that. Got like another one of these and then see how fast I can put it together. Because we got that whole thing going on at the moment of people making the other RX78 out of like a bag or something with just the feet. That's a really weird thing to see. For anyone who's not familiar with that or hasn't seen it, yeah, it was a bunch of people retweeting the fact that they've been able to take one of the Gundam kits that's sold in a bag that is the RX78, and then they've just like made it without taking it out the bag, and then it turned into, okay, don't take it out the bag and don't use your hands. It was really weird. And I just realised I'm sanding this plastic down right next to a drink that I've got here. So let's actually have the drink before I end up with plastic in my cup. First round today, had a great round in my Rick DS, says Shinju, love that suit. I started playing with that recently as well, because I got it a while back, but obviously because I've not been on GBO for a while. It was one of those ones where I picked up when I got a load of tokens and then just used them. And then didn't really bother with, and then decided to use it the other day for one of the PvE missions. And I think it was the gym PvE mission where you have to destroy as many gyms as possible and survive. And oh god, it was good for that. Like having the clay bazooka on and using that as a primary, switching to the beam pistols, and the Vulcans when I need to pick at stuff at range, and also having the saber there to do a lot of downswing damage. It was so good. Like I managed to get some tokens back from from doing those, so I'm actually happy about that. I'm saving all my tokens again now. Like, I know I said I was doing that previously, and I would have had, like, over 130 tokens now, I think, if I'd have kept doing it, but there was some really good offers on that I wanted. You know, like, when they started doing more Zeta suits in the rolls, and I couldn't pass them up, so it was like, I need to even this up somehow. I'll go ahead and roll. So I used quite a lot to get a lot of different suits that I didn't have before. But with the power creep in the game, it's a little bit awkward to keep up with when you're not playing it, like, 24/7. But yeah, do love the DS. It's one of my new favourite suits, because it's a very shooty general from what I understand, so I can kind of sit back and perform my support role, but kind of front line at the same time. So it's not too bad. Doesn't mean that I'm going to get totally picked on. Sure, I'm going to get hit more often, but I do more damage as a result. Plastic on your hand, plastic in your glass, plastic in your soul, Gunpla is freedom, Gunpla is life. Oh yeah, you still have to do the dailies as proof. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing them today, I don't think. I did them yesterday. I don't know. Depends on, like I said, depends on how my hands are after this. Because I don't want to be doing this for too long and ruining everything, but then again, this is supposed to be an easy suit to deal with. Because entry grade's like, what, 30 minutes to build? Or I've heard somewhere that it takes 30 minutes to build. It doesn't need any tools or any paint, and has no stickers. It's like, no stickers is great, but I'm not so sure what they mean about no tools, because you get some terrible nubs sometimes. I haven't been on your stream mostly because I've been watching anime or doing other stuff, says Shinju. Also on GBO 2, I got the Jagan, but I haven't been able to try it out. I've seen a lot of people say the Jagan's not as good as they thought it would be. It's kind of depressing. You know, I expected the Jagan to be okay with it being higher up the timeline, but apparently not. But yeah, that reminds me, I've got to catch up on producing videos and other content and stuff. Been incredibly busy, so fun times. Hope the audio's still playing in the background here. I've got some like PlayStation demo music in the back so that I can kind of not always play the usual stuff from Sonic Unleashed. Mix it up a little bit. Hopefully Susan won't slam me hard for it. Don't forget to use the Lime launcher. Yeah, Nova was telling me about that the other day, because last night's stream was just me and Nova. And yeah, it was good. I was actually able to concentrate. Like, everybody was noticing I was actually playing a little bit better because I was actually able to, you know, sort of not focus so much on chat. Because when I play with everybody else, I tend to kind of just zone out and chill. You know, not really try too much. Whereas when I'm with Nova, I know that Nova will kick my ass real hard if I don't play well, or at least try. So, plus I want to improve. It's like I've been saying for ages, I love chilling out with people and talking and having a laugh, but I also love actually beating people at the game. You know, I actually enjoy playing well, and I feel like I get really distracted when I'm talking to people at the same time, so it's kind of awkward. Whereas when I'm actually focused and trying to be a little bit more competitive, I tend to play a little bit better. Proof says it's supposed to be a cheaper Mark II. I mean, it performs its role really well. I enjoy it. This must be all the leg runner looking at it here. Oh, there's a couple of beam sabers, but mostly the legs. Right, let's get this stuff cut out. Imagine if we cut pretty close to the frame here, we're gonna get some nubs that we can clean up pretty easy. I should really try and speedrun this a little bit, considering it's just an experiment. Idea being that, like I said before, hopefully I can get a really nice metallic finish out of this. There we go. Ankle armor. I'm loving the color separation on this kit at the moment. It's actually really nice. I'm interested to see how the actual entire thing comes out because of it being an entry grade. Like, normally I don't touch anything under high grade or SD because normally people say stuff like non-grades are terrible. All I've seen is video footage, so... Let's see here. Let's do these. And then I'll try and have a little bit of my drink and then sand off all these parts because it should only take a little bit to do this. And then we've got the knees. Jigging is very balanced too, it's not great at anything. But the Gyaradoga, because of its great melee capabilities, kind of blows it away, so Shinju. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff about the Gyaradoga recently. I gotta keep my eyes on the GBO2 portion of Discord, obviously. I lurk there more than anything else, but I keep an eye on what people are saying is good and what people think is bad, you know, so I can kind of tell how the game is going. Okay. Still really upset recently that when Zacharelius did his April Fool's video, part of it was announcing a new high-grade Devil Gundam. And, yeah, it was totally fake. Like, seriously, I would have loved a new high-grade Devil Gundam. Then again, it would have put my efforts to try and mod one in future. It would have put them to be completely useless. You know, because the whole idea is to try and kit bash the old one, similar to how I've seen it online, so that's going to be fun when I get around to that project. I've got a load of different modelling projects and other things to do. So much to do, so little time. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, so let's try and see if I can get rid of any nubs that I can find here. Because I cut these really close in hopes of speedrunning it. What, 17 minutes? Jesus Christ, I should be halfway through this by now, according to the time. Okay, that's the leg. That portion of the leg done. Let's go. Oh! Any percent RX78. Let's go. Okay, I can see the little bits here where... It's funny because this is actually smoothing stuff out really fast. Okay, there we go. If I can speed this up and get back on track, I'll be real happy because I've never actually done a speed build before, so... Oh. Plus, it's only a couple of runners. You'd think it wouldn't take that long. And then again, I am known for taking quite a while with certain things. Right. I'm not doing too bad. Oh, jeez. John says, hands. Yeah, I know, dude. I know, I'm keeping an eye on him. It's a little bit of a test to see how they're doing. Normally, I would get absolutely wrecked by this. So we'll just see how I perform. That reminds me, 13th, 9:20 AM, physiotherapy call. That's going to be fun. See if they can do anything else for me. Come on. But yeah, like I've said, my hands seem to be getting better slowly. Incredibly slowly, but slowly. So, at least there's some improvement. Okay. It's good because all I'm doing, because I cut so close to this, all I'm doing is just a light sanding and then feeling over to make sure I got the nubs taken off. It's like with the other project that this is going to be, the finish on this is going to be used in the MA40 that I've got on Discord as well. I've sanded that down to the point where I've actually taken off bits of the primer that I put on, but I just want to make it real smooth so that all the paint goes on, the finish is good. Oh, just realised I'm putting the legs in a separate bag to the feet here. Oh well. Oh, just as long as I don't drop anything and it goes falling off the table and ends up in a place where I can't find it, you know, that's gonna be okay. Typical doctors nowadays. You call them because you need help and they just brush you off and make you wait even longer, says John. Yeah, I just hope that they can actually recommend something better this time. I'm interested in seeing what the next CCA suit is, says Shinju. Though BB believes it might be some time before any other suit to do some other. It might be time to do some other suits instead of Shah's counterattack. I'm banking on the Jagged Doga. I don't think I've heard that one. Like, a lot of people are saying now, just save up again, because it might be a case of them bringing the new and the Sasbi in. If they do, I'm going to be really upset, because I need more time to save up. You know, the whole point is to try and get the new at the end of the day, so at least then I can have something good in my collection. Because I'm assuming that the new is going to be pretty decent. The only question is it going to be space only, or what? You know. Believe me, healing from an injury takes time. I'm recovering from a shoulder impairment and 2 surgeries since October 2019, says Proof. Oof. Yeah, the thing is, I've never really been too patient with things. Like, certain things I can be really, really patient with, and then other things I'm just really picky, and I'm like, no, I need this done now. I kind of flip between the two, depending on how I feel and how urgent something is. So this kit isn't actually too bad so far. It's looking pretty decent. I know on the box it says, oh, you don't need any tools or anything, but just a little bit of a clean up here and there is always nice. Plus I love the baggy system that I did for the GBO2 project, which I'm going to be going back to. Like, I figure if my hands hold up pretty decently for this, spread it out a bit and do the other projects that I've got going on, because then I can slowly get them done. Like the GBO2 project, I'm up to finishing Ion's suit, and then I've got to do Boaty's and John's. Not started painting them yet, but when I get round to it, it's gonna be good. It's the same with like ordering Nova's suit, because Nova's suit is still in backlog at the moment on HLJ, because apparently the Mark II is not in stock. Come on now. I'm trying to file this down here, and I can see the nub from here on the ankle armor. Let's try cutting it just a tiny bit. Shouldn't really cut towards me, but it's just a tiny thing, so it's not too bad. There's not enough force behind it to cut myself. There we go. About the new, watch you getting blue balled in future, because it's going to be the narrative. If it's the narrative, I hope it's the B pack, you know, with the missile pod shields. They were cool. Missile pod shields, the beam rifle, and then the wired funnels. Shinji says, I'm looking forward to you working on the GBO2 project again. Yeah, it's like the only reason I stopped it the last time was primarily because my hands gave out at a really bad time. Oh, I've still got everything bagged up. It's right underneath the desk now where I'm working. It's like, I've got the new kits and everything. Just waiting on certain ones to come in was a pain. So, now that they're in, I can keep working on it again, because that was part of it, was waiting for the other suits to turn up. I just realised that other baggie isn't sealed here. I'm really interested in seeing how they'll look in the colour schemes. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to seeing everybody all together, you know, after it's all said and done, because it's going to be really interesting to just see the lineup of suits. Especially because I think the hardest 2 suits to paint are probably going to be Sin's and Boaty's, because I've got to colour match Boaty's with the Ava unit colours. I know he doesn't like me saying it, but, you know. Oh, okay, so we got... Oh, okay, so that's interesting. We've got the vents and the collar armor here on the same runner. I mean, not the same runner, the same piece. Normally they split them up. That's cool. The idea from this being that eventually when it's all said and done, this thing should look like a trophy almost. So hopefully the finish will come out like that, because I want to experiment. I'm gonna do like gloss and satin finishes with paint on all of it first. Then I'm gonna be going in and with a graphite and seeing how that works on it and polishing up certain bits. Basically, it's gonna have not exactly like a full chrome finish, but it's gonna look at least metallic, more metallic than just throwing metallic spray paint on it. You know, so from what I've seen online, it should be good, and then I've just got to seal it all in with some clear coat. So that's gonna be fun, and make sure I don't get graphite everywhere. Oh, fun times. What I'm doing here is I'm separating all the torso again. Trying to cut as close to the pieces as possible here, so I'm not doing too much cleanup. That's the waist section. Oh, come on there. I think the easiest one to paint at the GBO2 project is going to be mine, primarily because I just have to do it gloss black. Gloss black, and then maybe either gunmetal or satin for the other ones, and the other bits. Okay, so that's most of that done. Okay, go at it with a file again. It's funny because all the nubs here are going to be covered up anyway, but just give it a little bit of a sand, make sure that everything's good. That reminds me, I need to keep an eye on when Gundam Build Real Episode 2 is out, because that thing is pretty interesting at the moment, and I want to keep up with it. Maybe, if possible, you can have a celebration match after it's done with all the people. Oh yeah, I'd love to get everybody back in the suits that have been made. The only problem is, I've not seen Heavy in like a year or so. He's just been kind of lurking, I assume. Because like Heavy's... That's another one, because of the Gym Striker being such an old kit, I imagine that's going to be hard to colour separate, but I've not seen Heavy in a while. Oh, there we go. Heavy has become one with the void, says John. Oh wait, have we still got the music? We still got the PlayStation music in the background? Yeah, I think we do. I'm just checking it out there because I've not got the headset on. I've just got the music playing through the headset because of how it works right now on my computer. I assume the music's not too loud. It's probably going to drone on and on and on, but at least it's the good sounds of everything between 1995 and about 2001 from European PlayStation magazine. The amount of hours I would listen to this stuff as a kid, you know, crazy. Yeah, I can deal with that. John says I can still hear Nova. Striker doesn't seem too old to me design-wise, says Proof. Like if you look at other people that have done the kit, the parts separation is a bit all over the place, so it's hard to deal with in that sense. Like, it's going to be interesting seeing how much I actually have to mask off, because I don't mind masking stuff as long as the paint job comes out decently at the end of the day. As for, you know, Nova on stream, I really enjoyed it, you know. It's nice, I can actually concentrate. I'm not having to sort of listen to stuff and just be like, wait, what am I hearing? And that's no offense to everybody else. Like I said before, I do like talking to everybody. It's just clearly when you see the difference between playing with Nova and not playing with Nova, it's night and day. He's still taking the mickey out of lower skilled players. I mean, that's what he does, you know. At least he does it in a non-aggressive way, with his Bob Ross smooth tones, you know. Hey, Victor. I have it and I'm happy with it, says Proof. Ooh, nice. The only thing that I'm going to have problems with the Gym Striker with is the fact that I need to colour separate it so that I can then paint it up in freaking Astray red frame colours. I just feel like that's going to be a bit of a job to do. I mean, if you prefer Nova over the rest of us, it's fine. Dude, you're making me feel terrible now. All I'm saying is, I do like talking to everybody. I just prefer concentrating when I'm actually trying to kick ass at the game, you know, or at least play well. That's the problem with being slightly competitive, is that, you know, it's like I've mentioned it previously in streams. I love talking to everybody. It's all good, you know, I have a good laugh. But at the same time, I just can't shake the competitiveness. I blame just everything from an early age for that. Seriously, I've always been super competitive. It's just been remaining dormant for ages. And then I'll occasionally just get into those moments on GBO where I really want to go at it and just can't. Clearly a lot better when I can actually focus. Here we go, let's see. What's the time here right now? Oh, 31 minutes. I should have been done by now according to the clock. Come on. I'm kidding, says John. Dude, you know it's hard to read text. I mean, this just basically proves what Nova was saying ages ago, where he was like, yeah, everybody thinks I'm an asshole, but I'm not. No. Then the first time I get him on stream soloing with me, oh, everybody can hear his dulcet tones and his Bob Ross voice. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's a must for Fetty lovers, says Proof. I'm 60-40 on the subject, says John. Being competitive is okay, but making it the goal of your streams might backfire if you feel like you're let down. No. See, the difference is, I never feel like I'm let down when I'm playing with Nova. I always feel like I'm learning something. I get upset at myself a little bit when I'm not playing as good as I can, obviously. And if you've been keeping up with the streams for, like, the past 2 years, you'll know, or rather, the first 2 years of the game, I should say, because the past 2 years, the past year, I've done nothing. But yeah, if you've kept up with all the streams, you'll notice I absolutely hate playing trash, and I've said that plenty of times. Oh, there we go. Music. Yeah, bomb going off in the other room there. I planted the bomb at B and. Sure enough, it started going off then. No, I like being competitive. I do not like sucking at the game or getting completely wailed on, which is something that's been happening for quite a while now, primarily because either one, I can't focus, two, I'm just not good at the game anymore, or three, I'm getting distracted. So, plus when people pick on you, then it's not exactly the easiest thing to avoid getting wrecked. I didn't watch the stream because I didn't watch too many streams because I thought you were arrogant, says Proof. Oh, cheers, Proof. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to come across like that, but I thank you for your honesty, you know. It's like, yeah, I can get a little bit big-headed when I'm actually winning. But, I mean, some of the situations you see me in and some of the earlier streams, you can't really blame me. I mean, when teammates are clearly making mistakes that are really stupid and letting you die, and you just sat there going, come on, you know, stuff like that. That's about the only time where I can say I really act a little bit arrogant. You know? Or I'm like, look at this dude, and then I'm busy down swinging people. But yeah, I don't like to portray myself as arrogant. I like having a good time. I like having a good time and talking a little bit of smack. That's about it. But nothing to the point where it gets people upset, you know. Let's see here. At the end of the day, it's all fun and games. Until I start sucking loads. And then I end up getting really tilted, and then I just throw the pad and go off and delete the stream. You know, that tends to be the case. But yeah, I am glad. Is this a kit for beginners? Yeah, it is, John. This is the entry grade. Primarily got it, like I said, just because for this experiment, it's pretty easy. You know, I can just throw whatever I want on it. It's not going to cost too much, so fun stuff. But it did say you don't need the tools or anything. I'm just, with me cutting it off the runners like I am, I'm getting quite a few nubs, so I'm cleaning it up. It's like, because I'm just going crazy with it. Apparently it's really good. Yeah, that's one thing I've heard from a couple of people, is it's supposed to be a really, really good kit. Which is also a reason why I decided I'd get it, because I thought it's a good kit for pretty cheap. I can use it for a painting and finishing experiment. Okay. No, it seemed like a pretty good deal considering I didn't spend more than $5 on it. And postage and packaging was free, so that was an interesting deal from Amazon. The only difference is I think it came from Spain instead of from England, so it took a while to get through shipping. It was actually scheduled to come on like the 13th or the 14th, and instead it turned up on my doorstep today, so I was like, oh yeah, this is good. And for some strange reason, apparently it had problems clearing customs, which was insane, because the only time I've ever had that problem is when I've ordered something that's over like 60 to 80 pounds. You know, so a pretty decent amount of money. And then they turn around at customs and say, yeah, because this costs a lot, we're going to need to check this, and then maybe charge you a little bit extra. Proof says, an experiment, please don't tell me you're going to put it in the microwave. Oh, totally. Totally. You know, because that's exactly how I spend my money. You know, I buy stuff so I can ruin it on stream. I'm known for this. Yeah, Jen's just said, we've been watching a load of the Ordinary Sausage YouTube channel. I'm going to put it in a sausage, you know. John says, ordered 2 things from China, got them in 4 days, didn't have to pay import tax. Oh, nice. Nice. Just make sure they were the real thing, you know. A lot of fake stuff comes from China. Insert picture of the Chinese Gundam here that looks like a freaking barbarian. I actually want to keep up with the Freedom, because apparently the real life, real scale Freedom is like, they've got up to the, I think the pelvis made, which is pretty cool. I've been keeping an eye on that. Because I swear somebody posted pictures of it on Twitter the other day. And it was a shot of looking up at the side skirts. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that looks when it turns out, especially because I imagine it's going to need to be supported quite a lot considering of its massive backpack. You know. It's a Chinese-made brand of robot figures, says John. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. If it's Chinese-made, then... Well, come on now. I'm just trying to figure out what certain parts of this are, because I can see the head, I can see the arms. Maybe the shoulders? Trying to figure out what else I've got here, because this is the pelvis, clearly. This looks like shoulders. Part of the elbows, maybe. Ankles, hands, waist, eyes, I think over here, mouth, pelvis. I wish they'd do this more, color separate the extra little V on the pelvis area. You know, absolutely hate it when they give you a sticker for that and it doesn't go over the freaking plastic because of the way that the plastic is compared to the sticker. It never looks right. You always end up having to paint it, and then if you mess up the paint job, well then everything looks terrible. Okay. John says the whole gimmick... John, what's the name of that line? The Gundam of ultimate pacifism in China, says Shinju. I know, right? There is a... there is a large amount of irony in that, you know. It's why I did the video originally about it, covering it in the news, and then people said it was cringe, but it's like, no. It's just weird how China were given the freedom, you know, as a suit that they could have displayed. Like, oh, the irony. I wonder whether Japan actually worked that out with them deliberately, or whether China just didn't know anything and just decided, you know what, we tried making our own Gundam once, and had to change it because of copyright. I think we'll instead have this one because it looks cool and has wings, you know, and then they don't understand the context behind it. It's going to be interesting in future. I imagine there's going to be a lot more memes about that. John says, give me a sec. Nice. Okay. So I'll actually figure out what that line is and whether I'm familiar with it. Hey, Ryuki. Sorry for what happened with me going Beyblade in the Red Rider. Dude. You just... It's too late for saying sorry now. Seriously, last night was... Oh, it was infuriating. I know you just wanted to jump in, get some kills, and have a good laugh, but oof, it was bad. You know, we're setting up for freaking attacks and stuff and actually being useful, and then next minute, get down swung from the side or behind. Totally fine, you know, no big deal. Nova's trying to be a face tank, and next minute, Nova's on the floor getting wrecked as well. Yeah, it's all good, it's all fine. It's no big deal, you know. No hard feelings. Especially considering I get down swung at the beginning of every single match. Not gonna lie, I think that got old really fast. Now it's just annoying. Start a match, get down swung. Oh, okay, this again. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Why am I even doing the ball joints? We're not even going to see the ball joints. That's dumb. Yeah, that last match last night, I don't even know what I did in it apart from die. Literally, I don't know what I did apart from die. Because I could not keep track of everything. I was too busy being distracted by the fact that I was getting down swung. And then getting chased by like 3 other units at the same time. Like, this is great. I might have to do a breakdown of it later on. Like, do a breakdown stream and actually see what I did wrong and then take notes for in future. Okay. We're quickly getting through this now, even though it said 30 minutes and we're at 44 now. So clearly my speed build is not going too well right now. Then again, I imagine what they want you to do is cut this as close to the runners as possible, instead of actually cutting a little bit far away and then sanding. But at least it's not taking hours upon hours. And my hands are still fine. Like, I start feeling like when I'm doing these kits now, it's almost like I'm on a time limit because of my conditions, so it's a case of having to work as fast as I can and kind of hope that my hands don't give out in the meantime. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna break up the color separation, or the coats for this. So I might actually at some point end up on GB3 trying to figure out how this is gonna look, you know, and then maybe post an image of how I want it to look. I'll print it off or something and then put it side by side when I'm actually applying the graphite finish to it. But yeah, I've not seen anybody else really mess around with graphite on Gundam. probably going to realize why real soon. Oh, I've seen people mess around like props and stuff and make stuff really shiny. That's the idea. The idea is to try and see how it will apply to something small and then try and apply that to something much larger. I mean, hell, you can see my MA40 parts up here. Like the smaller parts are contained in the hand grip and the buttstock there that I've taken off. Now that I've said buttstock, I'm gonna get yeeted by YouTube. And that reminds me, I'm just looking and the music's gone off. Because it only went on for 30 minutes? What the hell? Oh wait, there we go. For some strange reason, I thought the music was actually going on for a lot longer, but apparently 30 minutes is the limit. So let's try and play more demo music. Right, let's get all the head section done. Don't know whether to clip these bits off the V-fin or not. The V-fin, the head, the main section of the head where the camera goes, and the front are all one bit. What the hell is this color separation? Oh, whoa, whoa. The freaking face mask is almost falling off already here. What? Oh, Jesus. That moment where stuff is basically falling off the runners here in my hand. Not good. Not good. Glad I'm doing this all over the box, otherwise I'd be pretty screwed right now. John, you ready for testing in another hour? I've just seen the time. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done, and then it's straight into testing. Just realized here, the freaking head crest is... Oh, I see. Is it attached to the chin here? Like, I'm looking where the forehead camera is. And the jewel as well. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Not the jewel, you know what I mean. The red section on the head that keeps the V-fin in. Oh my god, that is such a tiny piece for that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? This is just torture right now. Ryuki says, it's just when I hit charge attack, I'm right there on the enemy, but then either I accidentally have too much speed and hit friendly suits at the same time, or completely miss and hit friendlies. Then there's also the case where I hit the enemy, but you guys also go into hit, my swings are too big. Dude, I'm, like, when I watch and do the breakdown later on, I'm gonna have to keep track of where you are, because if it's anything like the Ifrit Nacht, you know, in terms of going Beyblade, then as much as I can complain about it, being hit by it, I imagine it's gonna look funny. You know, it's gonna be interesting. They're called Ernst Core Craft Robo Builds, says John. Ooh, gonna have to have a look at that. Okay, so there's the hands and everything else. So I think I'm onto the very last bits of the runners. I'll put all the inner frame and the arms together in one bag. I'll put the head separately so I can keep track of that. And then we are done at taking stuff off the runners. And then it's just a case of spray painting, which I will probably do, not as an actual... Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm using the wrong side there. There's just the back that's smooth. 200 IQ play there. I'll sand the actual kit with a bit that isn't made for sanding. Genius! Yeah, I'll do the painting off stream and I'll see how this goes, because I'm not sure whether I should mess around with the graphite on stream. I'm definitely doing it in a box using like a Q-tip to apply it or something so I get as little as possible all over the place. Yeah. Here's where I sneeze and graphite just goes everywhere. Because you guys know what I'm like for sneezing on stream. Terrible, it's like a shotgun. I wonder how that new mech anime is going to be. The one that people think is a mix between Iron Blooded Orphans, Code Geass with a sprinkle of Full Metal Panic. What the, I'm trying to remember. The one with the red, white and yellow mech recently. Because to be honest, that design looks kind of ugly to me. clipping the safety nubs at the back of the V-fin here, because the safety nubs indicate that it's a plastic model for young adults. And we're not young adults, we're men. Okay. Oh, Jesus. This V-fin, man, it is really, really thin. I know that sounds stupid, considering we know how fragile V-fins can be, but seriously, this one, oh, I'm having to hold the other side of it because I feel like it's made out of paper or something. It's gonna break on me any moment. John says they're not cheap kids. Dude, how much did it cost for you to get them? You're making it sound like they're an arm and a leg or something. Come on now. Okay, so that's the V-fin, more or less sanded, apart from the one section here at the front. The plastic quality on this is okay. It's nice to work with, but goddamn if it doesn't feel really fragile in some instances. This freaking nub here is not going, and it's weird because it's on white plastic, which is normally really easy to get rid of. And there it goes. Knife just cut through it like it was nothing, so maybe it was just me. Okay. Now we're on to the eyes, which I don't think need anything done to them. No, they don't. Okay, that's done. The funny thing is, you can make out most of this, as usual, off the runners straight away. 60 to 40 before shipping. Oh, okay, that's not bad then. Did I cut something off the side of this on the runner or not? Because the way that this looks on the side of the faceplate is really weird. Hang on. Oh no, don't say I've cut something off the side there, because the way that it was hanging off looked really weird. I'm going to try and cut this flush. Hopefully it's fine, because the other side has a very similar bit of detail. Yeah, let's try sanding it, and hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm hoping that wasn't anything important, and that I have not buggered this up, because if I have, I'm going to be a little bit unhappy. Then again, it might be covered up by black paint easily, so... This face mask, man, why do they always have to be so small? Then again, it's the grade I'm working with. I might have to instead resort to a couple of master grades in future, so I'm not working with super tiny parts that can easily disappear if you just happen to sneeze once. Then again, the only master grade I'd get at the moment is probably the master grade Shining or something, or the master grade Master Gundam. The only other big kit I got recently was the Akatsuki, but I mean I mentioned that ages ago. The 1-to-100 Akatsuki. It's gonna be interesting to see if that is underplated, like everybody and their mum has said in the reviews on YouTube. Because if it's not, then I'm gonna be unhappy, because the whole point of getting that kit was for the metallic finish. Ironically enough, I could probably, hopefully, if this comes out good, do a better finish myself. Not long found out that the reason the Medabot mobile game I'm playing is Japanese exclusive because some random guy in Spain currently has the EU running license for the franchise. Huh. Interesting. Kind of weird. And is refusing to give it back. What a douche. What a douche. Okay, so we're almost done here. I love the way I'm trying to do this all pretty decently and quickly, and instead it's taking like forever to do, even though it's a freaking entry grade. It's okay, it's fine, it's not embarrassing at all. Trying to cut as close as I can here to make sure I don't have to sand this down, basically. How much of this can I not have to sand? Only sand for like a couple of seconds per piece. That's that in there. Come on, come off the runner. That moment where stuff just will not come off the runner. That's as close as I can get there. John says it's all because he wants to release his own game, and when he found out about the current mobile game, he tried to demand that Sunrise shut the game. Oh, it's always about money, isn't it? I want to make my own game and make money off it, but because somebody else says you can't have the rights back, how dare you? Also, shut that down, because I'm not making money off it. Always one that's got to ruin it for everybody. Don't know why I rotated that then when I still had to cut bits off at this angle. Okay. I think these are free here. Yep. Yeah, those are in the box. Ryuki says, when will they make a Gundam Breaker game where it has all the recent kits? I mean, we mentioned this the last time. I'd like them to just port mobile, you know. Upgrade mobile, port it to consoles, but without the monetization thing. You know, it'd be alright as an experience. It'd basically just be like 3 all over again. Now he's trying to buy all the other countries' branding licenses, just says John. Off. Sounds like the dude just is really greedy. He's like, you know what, you can't have this thing, and I'm gonna make sure you can never have it now, because I want all the money from it. Do we know if it works for EA or not? No, normally people like that have worked at like EA or Activision. Or at least that's the joke. Oh, well, there's 2 beam sabers gone, so that's 2 runners freed up out of 4. And then we've got the grey parts on both here. And once these are done, that'll be part 1 of the video series done where, you know, I finish up here and then do the painting, and then come back and show you all painted. And then go ahead and do the graphite, and then seal it, and then hopefully what we'll get is an interesting finish. And then I can take away what I can from this experiment and use it on other kits or other things in future, because I'm still going to have a lot of graphite powder. It's annoying because this game was meant to be a worldwide release, says John. That's what happens when somebody decides they want to ruin everything because they want money, you know. Or they could just release it and not listen to anybody else and be like the Cyberpunk devs and the higher ups there. It's okay, you know, we'll just release stuff early in time for the holidays. It'll sell really well, but it'll ruin the reputation of the company. But it doesn't matter, you know, at least we got the sales. Oh, fun times. Ryuki says, I want them to make a new and better Gundam Breaker with everything from the mobile game. I don't think there'll be one for a while, primarily because of how New did. Because New got absolutely slaughtered and got voted for worst game of the year, I imagine. it's going to be a while before they risk doing one of those again, primarily because the reputation of the brand is damaged right now. That's an understatement, of course. That's 3 runners done. So now we're on the last runner here. Thankfully, Sunrise is going to take him to court again. First, the court ruled in the random guy's favour. Imagine they'll probably overturn that ruling. But you never know, they might do it in his favour again. I have no clue where some of these joints are now, but I'm assuming this is like the knees. No joke, I'm still kind of thinking about the the comment of me being arrogant, because I hope I don't portray myself like that all the time. Seriously, talk about self-conscious right now. Oh. Come on, almost done here, and then I'm just going to do a bit of sanding down, and then we are good. You know what? Proof says, you're welcome. Dude, no, seriously. Seriously. Not happy about that one. Like, no joke. Not happy about that one. That's one of those comments that I wish you'd have kept to yourself, but okay. Looks like I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Right, there we go. Let's get all this stuff filed and put away. The one reason the guy has it in the first place is because the original license expired in 2012. Okay. Let's get this done, because I can see a couple of knobs here and there. And we are good to go. Right. We're at what? An hour now? Jeez. Seriously, so much for my speed build. Like, if I was gonna do a speed build or something, I'd probably just cut this all off the runners and put it together really jank. It'd look terrible. I like taking my time with this stuff because it's nice, you know, you get to relax. Get to relax, enjoy the process, make sure the finish comes out looking decent. Like some of this stuff I'll probably end up giving it a second look over before I actually paint it. Like this bit here, I just seen this nub across the top and I'm sanding it. Can't get at it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll go at it with a knife and then sand it again a little bit. There we go. Come on, I keep slipping off that side. Hands just like, bleh, constantly. Let's look at it from this point of time now. That I know you a little bit better, my opinion changed. Yeah, but if that's the first impression people are getting, that's not a good first impression, you know, because that kind of lasts. That kind of stuff lasts with people. Like, now I'm curious as to which video that was that I came across like that in. Seriously, dude. Not good. Curiosity in me has now peaked. Because if there's even a slight chance I'm coming across like that, that's not good. Not good for my image. Don't want to be that one guy that comes across as an arrogant asshole, because I'm really not like that. Okay, there we go. That should be that filed down. Hell, if I can get away with this, I might be able to spray quite a lot of this after stream, if I've got enough time. We just have to quickly figure out how I want to colour this. This is going on for like an hour, like over an hour here. Seriously. As long as I don't get yeeted off YouTube, I'll be happy. You know, because the last time we did something like this, Susan ended up yeeting me. Just remember, it's totally harmful. Even though we did one stream where I was literally messing around with fire. You know. I've got to stop bullying the children on these streams, you know. It's totally what I'm known for, and it's totally what's going on right now. This is totally, gonna be dangerous. Is that the Beyond Global or the new speed grade Gundam? This one is the entry grade. That one in particular. Just thought I'd get the box. It's easier just showing the box. It's the 2021, so I'm assuming this is the newest one that they've put out. Honestly, I just searched up entry grade Gundam and then, because I found it for like dirt cheap, just went, okay, I'll have that. Your 1v1 session about a year ago where you fought people in a melee fight until you fought Nugs and lost to him in his Act Commander. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that. 1v1 session is in what? Training people in melee? Or something? I have to go back. Dude, if you can, give me the link in DMs or something, because then I can have a look here and then not act like that in future. Oh, if it was in melee combat, then that might explain it a bit, because I was feeling kind of good with the position that I was in terms of melee at the time, and then when I look back at it now, it's pretty crap compared to, you know, obviously getting better at the game and learning how to bait people properly instead of just kind of randomly mashing the counter button. Faking people into using the downswing on the counter first is always the better option. Dude, I have a decent memory, but I don't remember everything. See what I mean? Now you've set me off, Proof. You've set me off. Now I'm asking all kinds of details that you didn't think you'd have to get into. This is what you've done, man. Curiosity has peaked. Yeah, I don't know whether you can hear Jenny in the background, but she's there saying I'll resort to, like, detective-style interrogation. Dark room, lights and everything. Proof! Which video was it? When did I say it? Where's the timestamp? I want to know these things! Tell me! Yeah, that's the entry grade. For some reason I thought it was the speed grade, says Victor. Yeah. I'm liking this so far. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out. Like I said, it's more the finish than the actual kit, but so far the nice thing is the color separation. You know. Now I need to get one of those lights in here, you know, the detective style lights, the little lamps that are on like a scissor arm or whatever, or one hanging from the roof. If it was in a video game, it'd have physics applied to it, so when you knock into it, it moves, swings like that. You know. I don't know anymore, Christ Proof. This is what you've done, dude. Honestly, it's driving me crazy here right now. I'm just like, which one was it? I don't remember. Was I being arrogant? I don't know. What's he classed as arrogant? Is it just from his perspective? No, I'm honest to God, the only way I'm going to forget about that is probably by getting some decent sleep tonight and then wake up tomorrow and not remember it. Because that's how my memory normally works. Hey Jen, I probably won't forget about that until I get some decent sleep. And even then it'd probably be really hard.
I'll just
Ah. Yeah, I get cocky. I mean, everybody gets cocky when they get good at a game, but then you get slapped by Nova. You get slapped by Nova and told to actually get good scrub. And then you start remembering that you're not actually good at the game. And that you suck because you're being distracted on like 150 out of 156 streams. Or is it 158 now? Well, if it drives you crazy, then it's a success, says Proof. You're a douche! You're a literal douche! Go for it. Uh-huh.
But he stuck around. If he was still being that arrogant and stuff, he would have stuck around and be talking to you right now.
Maybe. I don't know whether you guys can hear that in the background, but... Alright, let's get on with this here. I don't... This is inner frame? Why am I sanding the inner frame? I don't know why I do that with joints sometimes. I really don't. I just like sand everything equally. I'm sandbagging that. Looks terrible. Gonna kind of pick and choose here. Well, I got like half an hour or less, and then I'm testing video games again. Fun stuff. It's not one thing, it's like 7 other things I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, I might be a helpful guy who helps a lot, but nowhere is it written that I can't be an asshole with a huge ego. You said it, not me. I'll leave that one with you. At least you know it. You know. Okay. Inner frame stuff. Not gonna need to do. What the heck is this part? Is that like the neck or something? It's 2 ball joints on a really, really small connecting piece. Oh, screw that. That's going in there as well. Let's see. That looks like the knee or something. Just quickly get that. Bit of going over. Hopefully the black and then the graphite will camouflage all of these nubs. What? Some of these freaking joints, man. I don't quite know which bits these are covering, and I'm not bothered to get out the instructions either, because, you know, screw the instructions. You can probably find this out really easy, but at this point I'm just like, how close is this? If it's not too close, then we'll just bag. Like, if it's not too bad a nub. Okay, right. A lot of these are just going straight in the bag. That's good. Oh, whoa, 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 what happened there? I knocked the microphone. I also knocked something in the box. What is going on right now? I'm going to pieces here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Other hand. Not too bad. Oh, no. Nope. Looking at the fist here. On the thumb, there's a bit of a nub. Can we just... There we go. That's better. That's better. Come on now. That's how most of my friends describe me. The biggest asshole under the sun, says Proof. Somewhat, but if someone needs help, I'm the guy who reaches out to help them and offers. That reminds me, Proof. What are you up to with your Mechanites playthrough? Because I'm assuming you passed Mission 8 now. Oh, what is that on that shoulder? It's terrible. Why am I using the back again? Seriously. Come on. This has been going on for like an hour 13. So much for this being like a 30-minute build. The only way you can do that is literally if you're just clipping everything off the runner and then straight building it without cleanup or anything. And possibly had godhand nippers. Let's see. Come on, I'll take that. See how the rest of this is. Yeah, I'll take that. Monster Hunter Rise happened, got distracted. Dude, it's fine, it's fine. It's all good. Oh. No, I'll take that, let's pat the arm. Okay, so... Right, now that everything's bagged, that's ready for painting, basically. I can split these parts up later and paint them. So that's going to be fun. So that's taken an hour to... Well, an hour 14 to get them all bagged, separated, and sanded to a decent condition, plus doing the freaking V-fins, so it's not got the stupid childish safety things on the end, the safety nubs. Just double checking everything's here and making sure all these bags are freaking zip locked, because if they're not, then it's gonna be terrible. Are you gonna get the 108 slaughter dagger, says Victor? No. I'm only getting certain kits now. Like ones that really catch my eye because I basically have no room. It's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna be building stuff and then putting it straight in the box. Which is not good. I'm practically at that position now. Let's just quickly see here. Oh, okay, so it tells you exactly which parts of which the... Okay. Runner layout makes searching for parts easier. Unless you do a Dave and cut everything off. Oh, okay, so that's the ankle. Okay. Yeah, this looks actually pretty decent in terms of the manual. Besides which, I don't really get too many seed kits anyway. Like, the only seed kits I've got, basically, like the SD CS Freedom, the Real Grade Freedom, and then the Akatsuki. Yeah, we're done with that for the moment. In the next part, that's the bit where you should see all of this with black paint all over it. With different finishes on it, you know, like either super glossy or just slightly glossy. I think the crossbone we did was like a satin finish. So let's quickly get the crossbone to compare, because recently I got some new super gloss in hopes that it will help going underneath this kit. By the way, the music, isn't it for Need for Speed 4? No, this is PlayStation demo music. Hang on. This is like European PlayStation demo music. I'll have to link you guys later because I used to play this for a load of my old streams, like before I started doing Gundam content. So yeah, this is European official PS1 demo music compilation. It goes on for like an hour. Let's just listen to which one we're on. Oh yeah, it's like the 2000s, it's like 1997 to 2000. Okay, yeah, I like this one. I like this one because it's really good. But yeah, so while we're finishing up, and then I gotta wash my hands of all the plastic. So, just going over it. This was the satin finish, and this is the crossbone X2 that you guys probably saw me do last time. If not, this is my silhouette crossbone X2, which was pretty good. I messed it up on stream a little bit, but now it's fixed. It's looking good. We managed to cover up the couple of issues that it had, even though this back portion here is still a bit messed up because of me like scrubbing like crazy to get the silver Sharpie off that I put on it. But it's looking pretty nice. But that's a satin finish. So if that's a satin finish, then it's going to be interesting to see how glossy the actual like proper gloss is on it, because that looks pretty glossy to me right now. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So hopefully this one will come out good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and having a good laugh and all that. I'll see you on the next stream, and we'll see how this goes, and I'll keep you updated through any additional posts. So until then, thank you very much. Bye!